What's up, guys? It's your boy Ryan here with East Coast Athletics, and tonight we're gonna discuss a few things. I know you guys see the topic. A lot of you guys have, questions as to why, this topic is what the topic is. But I'm gonna explain throughout the length of this live stream. So before I even do that, I'm gonna get into a few things that I saw, while scrolling through social media, because as we already know, all the athletes are currently in Paris. The Olympics already started. However, a lot of people aren't. I'm not sure, but I had to go back and watch the opening ceremony, unfortunately, because I was at work. I wasn't able to watch it live. I was moving around. Give me 1 second. I was moving around a lot, so I wasn't able to watch it. But that's not what we're here to discuss tonight. We're here to discuss pretty much my predictions, what I think and why I think what I think. But as I said, before we get to that, there's a few things that I think that you guys may have stumbled across. Not entirely sure, but yeah, a lot of stuff is out there. First thing I'm going to touch on is the tweet from Michael Johnson. It's and I'm gonna grab my phone for it because for some weird reason I wasn't able to get it up on one of my slides here, but he pretty much stated that he said Usain is the fastest, period. He said some facts. That's the exact tweet. Some facts. Usain is the fastest ever, period. Noah is the world champion, period. Marcel is the Olympic champion, period. Kishane has the fastest time in the world, period. Everything else is opinion, and opinions aren't facts. I agree and I disagree, because depending on I wouldn't even say it's opinion. I guess it's a mixture of, facts and what eventually, it becomes fact, but it's your opinion at first. However, everybody's free to say whatever they feel like saying. So everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I think I dropped a link in the comments for everybody who wish to join the live and share their opinion on what their predictions are for the 100 men and women, because I think there's a whole bunch of mix, like a mixture of predictions and opinions as to how it's gonna go. But majority of the time, if I'm not exactly spot on with my predictions, I'm like a little bit off. But most of the time I'm spot on. But I think that's a part of the sport. It's entertainment, and it entices people. It gives them an opportunity to analyze based on their previous knowledge of the sport, and then they make their predictions. And at the end of the day, it's fun. I'm gonna read one more, or maybe I think it's two more tweets that I came across. The other one is from MJ2, Michael Johnson. He says, these three are better than the three that was at World Championship in 2022. And the three that he's talking about is Fred Curley, Noah Lyles, and Kenny. And he's talking about those three pertaining to the 100. I don't know why the slideshow ain't showing, because it was supposed to be up here. Yeah, but he's talking about them specifically, saying that he think that they're better than previous teams on the American side. But I mean, we'll see how things play out. And then I have this other tweet from it's from Coach Sunday Track and Field Performance. They have Kishane for the gold medal, Oblique silver, Tobago for bronze. They don't have no American in the top three, which is kind of odd. For the 200, they still don't have Noah Lyles winning. They have Tobago winning, Lyles second, and Kenny third. How they figure that, I don't know, but I think, as I said earlier, everybody is entitled to their opinion, what they think and what their predictions, are. Everybody's entitled to that. But what I think that Oblique Seville is going to win the 100. That's what I think. I think Oblique is going to win the 100. And I think that for more than one reason. So the main reason why I think Oblique is going to win is because of who his coach is, to be honest. Oblique is coached by the best sprint coach in the world. And again, other people share different opinion, but I think that Coach Glenn Mills is the greatest sprint coach in the world, hands down. I'm not taking that back. All right. And he knows how to get athletes ready. Not taking anything away from Kishane, because he's also a great athlete. And I've watched quite a few interviews, or even, I'm going to say, live streams where the athletes, they post since they've been in Paris. And I watched one specific interview with Oblique, where he pretty much stated that, he's motivated by the fact that Kishane is running as well as he is. And, knowing that he's also from Jamaica, makes it even better. He's more motivated because now he has somebody to push him in the 100, So that's where Kishane is. But my personal opinion is that Oblique is going to take gold. I have the luxury of being around Coach Mills, because I used to attend Camperdown High. So, I observe how they train and everything. And I also watched another video that was put out by, I'm not sure if it was put out by Bolt, but he in the video, Bolt stated that if Oblique is healthy, his money is on Oblique. I what's going on with the camera? Yeah, his money's on Oblique, because he knows his coach, and his coach always have something up his sleeve. Which, when the greatest sprinter of all time is saying that publicly, I don't think that's something that should be taken lightly, because he's not gonna just say that just to say that. I think I'm assuming that he knows something that we don't know, but I think that he has the ability to win. Like, he has the talent, but from my understanding and based on his interview, he has had several injuries over the past 4 years that has kind of I guess stopped him from getting to his full potential. And one of those injury kind of came at the Olympic trials, right? Where he said he had a quad strain, a slight quad strain, at the trials. However, he was able to, get everything sorted out, squared away, because he had booked an appointment prior to the trials, which end up, working out in his favor. And he was able to get whatever treatment that he needs. And he's ready, he's fully fit and everything. And on top of that, his coach, Glenn Mills, stated that he is ready. He's ready for, if the coach is saying that he's ready, which, if you guys know anything about track and field and know how Coach Glenn Mills operate, he don't normally say anything. He don't say a lot. He's just quiet. So if he's saying that Seville is ready for action, then take it as he's telling you. He's ready. Ready for action. So, I mean, I have him running under 982 for sure. So what I'm thinking like 975. That's what I'm thinking. 975 is a decent time, a time that I think can definitely win at the Olympics. Not that it's impossible to go faster. And another thing that I think will definitely play a factor is the fact that Seville has been to the big stages. He has been in pretty much the last Olympic finals and the last World Championship finals. He finished fourth in both of them. So he knows what it takes to get to the finals. He knows how to get through the rounds. That's not something that I think anybody should be questioning as it relates to his ability to, go through the rounds. I think everybody's more concerned about, whether he's able to deliver in the finals, which I really think that he has the ability to deliver. If he execute anything close to the race that he ran in Jamaica, I think at the Racers Grand Prix, he's gonna run a lot faster than he ran at the Racers Grand Prix. He's definitely gonna go under 9.80 seconds. Right? Competition is gonna be there. We all expect that, but I think that Seville is gonna be the victor come, I think it's what, Monday or Yeah, I think it's Monday evening, because the female finals go off I think Sunday evening, and the males run on Monday. So I mean, I guess we're gonna see. Also, from based on what I've heard, is that nobody have seen Kishane or any of the MVP athletes training while they're at Paris. I guess with all the talks of people, saying, "Oh, they're doing this, or they know this, or they know that," they figure, you know what? Let's just you know, keep everything to ourselves. We don't need them. We don't need anybody, you know, knowing anything, knowing what we're doing, how we're looking in training. They'll just see what happens on the track, which mm, kind of scary, because you really don't know what's coming. But I mean, all will be revealed soon. We just got a couple days to go. So I mean, I guess we'll just gotta wait and see. And oh, I have somebody here that joined the live stream. They're backstage right now. Not sure if they're ready to join because their camera is off. But I guess when the camera comes on, then I'll know whether or not they're ready to join the live stream and give their 2 cents about what they think about the men 100 and the female 100. And to be honest, the female 100 is kind of, not to say I don't have confidence in the Jamaican athletes, but I think it's kind of up in the air a little bit, because we haven't really heard or seen much of the Jamaican athletes. The last I've heard was Sharika is good to go. She, that little scare that she had at the Diamond League meet, she's over that. She's ready to run. Um, Shelly Ann looks like Shelly Ann as always. Joyful. Happy to be out there competing and everything. So, you know, who knows? She might be your winner, because that's one athlete you can never, count out. Like she's always there, always ready to show up and show out. So, I think she will definitely be on the podium. Um, so gotta pay attention to her. Sharika Jackson, she also has, you know, well, she has the ability to be on the podium as well. I think she would love to win. In my opinion, if I was her, I would want to win this 100 meter, because I think the last world championship, everybody had her winning the 100 meter, but unfortunately Shakari won, out of, I think, what, lane 8 or lane 9, something like that. So with that being said, you know, I think Shakari is the one with the target on her back this time around, because she's the one with the faster time going in. She's not a defending Olympic champion, but she is the world champion. So with that being said, you know, everybody's looking to her, as the favorite, or I would say the American favorite. But we'll see how it goes, because there's quite a lot of athletes, that are running great times that we're not really talking about. Once it's a Jamaican, you see that comment? Once it's a Jamaican taking first, that's all that matters. Uh well, again, you're entitled to your opinion. If it might seem as if I'm a little bit biased, but I personally want Seville to win, and that's because he has been there twice and missed the podium twice. So rocketing to the top of the podium this time around would be perfect. That would put him exactly where he needs to be. He would be along the lights of Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, you know, then you have Kim Collins, all the great sprinters that have been coached by Glenn Mills and won an Olympic or a world championship. That would, put him right there in that, in that ranking. So I think, I think that would be a great thing for him. Not that it would be bad for Kishane. That's not what I'm saying. But I think this is Kishane's first major championship. So, we got to see how he go through the rounds, how he deal with the rounds. And then, I guess we could make predictions from there because, going through the rounds at Olympics is quite different from going through the rounds at, say, the Jamaican trials. So it's different. It's a lot of stuff that, could go right and could go wrong, and a lot of small factors that have to be taken into consideration. Oh, and here we have Rika backstage. I'm about to add her and hear what she has to say as it relates to males and the female. We're not even talking about the 200 at this point in time. We're just focusing on the 100 because I think that's the pinnacle of track events, when it comes to the Olympic. Who's going to win the 100? So I'm about to add her right now. Hello.
Hey.
So I know you saw the topic, Oblique will take gold. What is your take on that? What's your opinion?
I mean, I would agree because I feel like the last couple of Olympics he's been fourth, but he's been consistent. So I think his time is good. So I think he have a big chance of making gold this year because he always missed out on the podium.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think about the fact that we haven't heard much from Kishane?
I feel like Kishane. Well, basically, let's go back to Noah Lyle's chatty interview or whatever. Basically, from what Noah said, Kishane had a lot of injuries, right? So it seems like he's kind of fresh on the scene now from not having injuries. So for someone that came from having a lot of injuries and surpassing, a lot of people's time, I think that's a good look for him. But I think he has a chance because at the end of the day, they look at time, right? Time is important. Isn't that what everybody's going for? Trying to beat Bolt's time?
Well, no,
only Noah.
That's not correct. That's not correct. The only person that is trying to beat that is
time It's
is
no.
is set on beating Bolt's time is no allows. Like I'm not saying that Kishane or Oblique wouldn't want to be on that level, but they're not so obsessed with being, you know, Bolt or being a Bolt wannabe. Then
Well,
they're
people
not.
are
Yeah,
saying
they're not about that. I mean, I think that you have to show what you're able to do instead of just saying what you want to do. Like Noah is he's talking a lot, but at the same time, he's not delivering a lot. Yes, he runs really good times. He ran the third fastest time in history in the 200. However, how consistent, you know, has he been doing that? Like he ran that one time, and I think he ran like he ran 19.4, I should say. That's the closest he has gone. Yeah. So and he hasn't run anything close to what Bolt ran in the 100. So it's kind of like it's just lipping at this moment. Like it's all talk. And if everybody keeps saying the fastest man in the world, he is not the fastest man in the world.
I was gonna get to that as well. So
Everywhere I go on social media, oh, the fastest man in the world, the fastest. He is not.
They say he's the fastest man alive, but I'm just like, but Bolt is still alive. Johan is
He's
still
not.
alive.
He's
Tyson
not.
is still alive. And the list goes on.
He is not. I could name like 5 athletes that I'm gonna say ran faster than him. You have Bolt, Blake, Asafa, Tyson Gay, Nesta Carter. That's what, 5 or 6. That's 5, right?
5.
And then I think you have the other American, the one that stepped down from the 400. Fred Curley ran faster than him as well. So there's so many people. There's almost 10 people that ran faster than him. So for him to think that, you know, he is the fastest man alive, or, you know, for people to be saying that, it's like it's ludicrous to me, because it's like, how is he the fastest? Like I think I saw a post the other day with a girl taking a picture with him saying that I finally met the fastest man alive. And I was like, oh. But I mean, I guess it's for the media. It pulls a lot of attention, you know, to the sport. So I guess it's working, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of eyes on this 100, because the prediction is, if he wins the 100, he's definitely gonna win the 2 and the 4x1. But I don't think he's gonna win the 100. He loves the competition. That's okay. But at the same time, you're not gonna catch everybody in the last 10 meters of the race. Like, it doesn't work like that. Right? It doesn't. And for Miss Sexymore is saying 1-2 Jamaica. I mean, yeah, but you gotta have a favorite. Like, even if you don't want to say, you have to have a favorite. Like, why? Like when Bolt was running and Blake was running, I think you have people who wanted Blake to win. What's going on with this thing losing focus? Yeah, I think there was people who really wanted Blake to win, but it just didn't happen. It is what it is. I was more of a Bolt fan than I was a Blake fan. I mean, not taking anything away from Blake, you know, all respect to him, because, you know, he's the second fastest person in the 100 and 200 to this day. So I'm not taking anything away from him, but you know, I just think that what Bolt did throughout the years kind of cement him. Well, should have, because I still to this day I still hear talks about other athletes being better than him and acquiring more Olympic goals and everything than him, which I don't understand why, but you know, if I keep following that, I'm gonna end up down a whole nother road. But when it comes to the female 100, like it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint, like, okay, this person is gonna run this time or this person is gonna win. What do you think about the female 100? Because I think that's difficult to predict.
Well, with the females, we know for the majority of people, Shakari is their favorite, right? I feel like Shelly, she always medal, so that's either I can't say she's gonna take gold, but I know for sure she will be on the podium, right? Because when it comes to the Olympics, she never misses.
All right. So with you saying that, I'm gonna go out on a very tiny limb.
Okay.
If it breaks, it breaks. But I'm gonna say this: if Shelly gets that start that she normally gets,
Mommy Rocket.
they could call it quits because it's done. It's a done deal. Nobody's gonna catch her, no matter who it is. If she gets out that blocks the way she normally gets out, they're not gonna catch her. Like I'm telling you, it's done right there. Sharika's gonna try to come back, but nobody's gonna catch her.
For me,
She
Sharika
knows
these
how to
days,
stay up there.
one. But for me, Sharika these days, she look kind of puff. She looks slow. I don't know if it's just me watching her, but she don't look like her usual self. Like
I,
she's ready.
mm, I guess we'll have to see the first round. The first round will tell us a lot. Will tell us whether or not she is, you know, she's sharper now than at the trials, because at the trials it seemed as if she was just doing enough,
Mhm.
in order to get, to the Olympics. Like, okay, coach say to make it, make the team, and that's what I'm gonna go out there and do. But this is gonna be different. You're not running just based on your coach's instruction at this point in time. You're running for you. You're running for your country. You know, technically you're running to get paid because I think this is like a make or break moment for a lot of athletes. Maybe not for her, but you know, she she has a lot to, I wouldn't say prove, but show up for, in a sense, because she needs this 100 to kind of even out her medal tally, because she has a medal in the 400, she has medals in the two, she has medal in the 100, but a goal in the 100 would make everything more even. It would make it a
I,
lot better.
and I don't think she's gonna get there.
You don't think so?
No. She don't look like the Sharika that's ready. She don't look like the Sharika that's competitive and all right. Remember, I think it was. I mean, there was World Championship. It was Doha. How she was ready, although Shakari keeps beating her. But I don't. She don't look like the Sharika that's ready.
I mean,
I don't know if it seems like she put on too much weight, so it's a little. She seems a little heavier.
I mean, heavier. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Hmm.
Um, if she's able to, trim down, then that could turn into power. But it all depends, because again, we haven't seen much from her this
Right.
season, and the only race that I saw after the after the Olympic trials was the race that she
Up on. Mm-hmm.
so that race. I didn't like the way it looked, but I mean, I'm still not gonna count her out yet. You know, I gotta see how the first run of the 100-meter looks, and then you know I'll go from there because it seems as if they're training in secret. The only thing that I've heard is that she's okay and she's good to go. You know, so I don't know what else is going on. And a lot of times, athletes don't like to, if they're hurt, they don't like to say that they're hurt because it's kind of like you're finding excuses if you
Somebody in the chat says it was reported that she's injured today. Gavin said that.
Gavin, you say that she was reported that she was injured today.
Yes.
Ah,
See?
so maybe how good, Mr. Gavin? How your sources? How good? That's what I would want to know. How good is your source? Because I really would want, like, I want to know like exactly what's going on, but it's hard because they, I don't know if it's because of this whole now allows, you know, Bloomfield situation. It's like everything is just low key these days. Nobody's, you know, showing anything. Before you would see, you know, training clips, you know, the athletes warming up or whatever. Now you're not seeing anything. Everything is like on complete lockdown. They don't want to share nothing because you know they don't want the they don't want to give the edge to their competitor, which I mean that I understand, but
Gavin said nationwide news at 5.
oh,
Mm.
see, I'm not the only one that is looking for the info. You guys have a lot of info too. I didn't even know that. So with that being said, they should post a start list for they should already post the start list for the, well, no they won't, because for the 100 you're going to have uh a preliminary round and then you're going to have the first round. So the preliminary round is like, I don't want to say slow, but the people who are not so fast, right? And then whoever qualifies from the preliminary round then move to the first round to join the people who are already, I guess, cemented in the first round, right? I guess based on time. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see because they're not gonna post the first round start list until they actually do the preliminary round. So I don't think we're, because I was about to look at it just now, but it's not, I don't think it's gonna show me anything. Yeah.
About her being injured. Do you think the 100 determines how she'll do in the 200?
Who? Sharika?
Sharika. Absolutely. Yeah.
If, well, see, if she's not, if she is able to run, but Gavin is saying that she's not. She was with the German doctor. So what happened just now? Gavin said she was with the German doctor, so I'm not sure how serious. I'm gonna add you back. Gavin said that she was with the German doctor, so I'm not sure how serious it is.
German doctor, like how Elaine was with the German doctor, the same German doctor.
See, I don't know. A lot of the doctors from Germany are pretty good. I guess Gavin is talking about the German doctor that worked on Seville.
Oh.
I'm just assuming here. Gavin he gotta clarify that. And instead of typing, you could just click on the link in the chat and I could add you and you could tell us exactly what what's going on, what
Ah, man.
because right, it sounds as if it's legit because we haven't heard anything from them at all. We haven't heard or seen anything. I've seen videos with Shelly Ann. I've seen video with Seville, but I haven't seen anything from the MVP camp at all. Like nothing. So something is going on. They're keeping everything under wraps. They're not letting anything out. And I guess they just want us to wait. Whether it's gonna be great results or not. We're just gonna have to wait. But I think eventually something is gonna surface because if she's not gonna run or she's not well enough to run, then that's gonna pose a lot of problems where 4x1 is concerned, because then they would have to pull her from the 4x1, and then she's in the 1 and the 2, so they would have to pull her from those as well, unless she try to run even though she's hurt, which I don't think is a smart thing for any athlete. So if she's really hurt and not able to compete, we're gonna hear real soon, because today is Monday. They're gonna start competing on Saturday, so it's just a couple days away.
Going for the Usain Bolt straight double.
I can't stand this man.
Like in this real world,
You gotta turn it down a little bit though.
Oh, it's Otto Bolden said he feels like it's over for Elaine.
So let's talk about this guy. See that you brought his name up. I think he's a sellout.
Absolutely.
Because he is always on the US wagon. He's never run for the US, but he supports US to the fullest. Always supports them. And he's from the Caribbean. Typically, Caribbean people always support Caribbean countries. Not saying that if you're from the Caribbean, you can't support any other countries, but that's just typical of Caribbean people. And on top of that, he tends to talk negatively based on my understanding, or how he say some of the things that he say. He tends to it sound negative to me, that he's talking about the Jamaicans. That's just what I think. A lot of stuff that he say, it comes off negative to me, like like he don't like the Jamaicans. I don't know why. Maybe he lost to a Jamaican before in the past or something. I don't know, because when he was running, I think it was him and Maurice Green, because I remember this was when I was like, I don't know, like 12 years old. So this was way back then. And he got a silver medal for Trinidad. So all of a sudden he's, all about America. I guess he's switching. I don't know. It is what it is.
I feel like that's the majority of these athletes. Take Sonia. I mean, Sonia never ran for Jamaica either, but she's Jamaican, and it's always Team USA.
With Sonia, I can't. It's hard to put Sonia in the same category. I think Jamaica wanted Sonia to run for them, right? And they were upset that she didn't. for the mere fact that she was that good. But with her case, I think it's different because she didn't, even though she had some say, it was more about who's gonna take care of you
financially,
who's gonna pay you more,
right?
What's better for you financially, I guess at that time, Jamaican athletes weren't getting as big of a contract as the American athletes would get. So, if you're getting more money as an American athlete, you still get to go to the Olympics, you still get to do all that, why not? So I think, from a financial standpoint, it made more sense to run for the US. So I guess that's where that came from. But a lot of athletes switch, but I don't know. I personally don't have a problem with Sonia running for the US. She's free to choose if she want to run for the US or Jamaica. She made her choice, and people just have to accept it. It is what it is. But a lot of Caribbean people, they don't take well to it when people switch. They they classify them as Judas, sellouts. Those are the words they use. So, let me see what Gavin say. He say they're playing safe to protect her. A lot of sacrifice.
Take their money
are involved. I mean, that is true. But I think there is more to it than just that. There's a little more to it, but as I said, we're not gonna get all the details, all the info. But there is a little bit more to that story than just just playing it safe. We'll see. I mean, she got a lot of years left. So even if she's she's not able to run this year, then I'm sure she have another 4 years left in her.
Who's that?
Sharika.
That's Sharika.
Yeah. Listen, if Shelly didn't prove anything else, she definitely proved that age is not a factor. So, because I think somebody interviewed her and they were like, "Oh, how do you feel this year? This Olympics. Are you enjoying it?" And seeing that it's your last year running, she was like, "Correction. It's not my last year running. It's my last Olympic." Oh, he said it was referring to biases. He's just, I don't know, like every single time I hear him, like whenever he starts talking, it's like, just stop talking. Like that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like just stop, because a lot of the stuff that he say is not accurate.
Okay, so basically what he's saying about the Elaine being over, he said he knows the 100-meter and he knows when the body is over. When the body is done, it's done. So pretty much for him, he's saying because of so many injuries that she has succumbed, it's over for her. There's no coming back from this. But again, you can look at Shelly and see
that's BS. And I'm gonna say that it's BS because of this. I've seen Kim Collins lost multiple times, not made the finals multiple times, and came back and medal. So he's not looking at real stats. He's just talking based off his opinion. Go back and check some stats, and then you could say that, because there are, for example, I'm gonna pull. He likes to say his opinion. This is opinion that. I'm gonna use facts. I don't know if you know I think his name is Felix Sanchez from the Dominican Republic. He won the 400-meter hurdles. I can't remember which year, right? He won it at Olympic, right? And after that, he went downhill, completely downhill. Everything was just going wrong. I think he ran 47 something to win that Olympic, right? He kept running 49s all throughout the next, 5-6 years. And then he just came back out of nowhere, right back to the top, and won the 400-meter hurdles again.
I think he
pretty much
in
8 years apart. Huh?
It says he medaled in 2012.
And when was his medal before that?
2004.
Exactly, 8 years apart. I didn't quite remember the years, but I know that it was like an 8-year span, right? So we're talking about an athlete that was on top, then went downhill, and then came back. And he's not the only one. Look up Angela Taylor. He's also another 4 hurdler. The same 8 years apart. He won, I'm not sure if it was World Championship, but he won 8 years apart. The first time he won, it was like he literally dived to the line, got the gold. And he came back 8 years after that and won fair and square. And between that, he wasn't like really off, but he wasn't running the times that
it's the same year too, 2004 and 2012.
For Angela Taylor? No, can't be, because those are Olympic years. Those are Olympic years. So it has to be different. So either it's 2000 and 2008 or something like that. It's not, if it's an Olympic year. But if not, it has to be a World Championship.
Winner of the 400 hurdles at the 2000 and 2008 Summer Olympics. Like you said, it's 8 year span?
Yeah.
So it was at 2000 and 2008.
Okay. I told you. I know my stats. 04, and 12 for Sanchez, and 2000 and 2008 for Angela Taylor. They both did the same thing, 8 years apart. And I think Angela ran the 400 meter at the World Championship 1 year and got a bronze medal behind LaShawn Merritt and Jeremy Warner. Yep. Yeah. So when Otto is saying that, oh, Elaine is done, he don't know what he's talking about. He just want to be in the spotlight and, want to talk about something, because none of what he's saying is factual. It's just his opinion. If she has the right person working with her, the right coach, the right masseuse, the right doctor, once she has the right people in her corner, she could come right back. That's all it takes. And she also have to be willing to put the work in as well. Once she's willing to put the work in, she'll be fine. Everything else is just talk. And I mean, go ahead.
I don't think necessarily it's the work. I think it's the coach. It's the people that she has around her. Because if you have seen Elaine and throughout her journey. It's the issue is always the coach and her injury. If she has someone that could help her with that, then she'll be fine.
But this is the thing. It a lot of athletes, based on, because I watched the interview with I think Stephen Francis, and I watched like 2 or 3 different interviews, but one of them, and if you watch the sprint, it's on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I think it's called The Sprints or something like that. The Netflix series. She wanted 1-on-1 attention, right? And MVP don't operate like that, because that's what I understand from watching the documentary. They don't operate like that. Everybody trains together. They train as a team. So yes, the coach might point something out that you're doing as an individual, but they still do everything as a team. And then when you have the 3 top athletes in the one camp, it makes things, a little difficult, because then it's kind of like, oh, if the coach adjust or make corrections to something that, say for example, say Shelly-Ann is doing block start, and they make adjustments to Shelly-Ann blocks, right? It's gonna seem as if now you're favoring what Shelly-Ann is doing, and you didn't have me adjusted my blocks. So, like, what's going on? So, and then 3 females. We're not talking about males. Females are gonna act completely different when it comes to, training, and like, I think if I was supposed to be a coach, I don't think I would coach females. I wouldn't. I think it's a lot to coach females, because there's so much things that you got to take into consideration, and I think it's harder. So, like, I think Stephen Francis is a great coach as well. Like, I would say on the female side, he's the best sprint coach, and on the male side, I'm gonna say Mills is the best sprint coach. That's what I think. All right, because he consistently delivers females that are running under 10.8 consistently. And don't be surprised if Tia, don't be surprised if Clayton is in that top 3. Don't be surprised, because I think she will. I really think that she will.
Because it will be good for her, though.
I mean, yeah, it definitely will. She has been kind of in her sister shadow for quite a while, so it's kind of like now it's her time to step forward and and do big things as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think all right. So Gavin say with technicalities, I think let me click on it. I think Frano is the GOAT. I don't know. If we're talking about female athletes, yes. But when it comes to male sprinters, I think Mills is the GOAT. Because everybody kept saying, like, oh, Bolt was talented, Bolt was this, Bolt was that. I really don't think that there was any other coach that exists in the world today that could take Bolt and put him where he is. Like, I don't think there was anybody else in the world that could do that. Nobody else. Because the time and effort that it took, not everybody's gonna dedicate that much time to one person, to making sure that everything was the way it's supposed to be. I really don't think so. And yes, Bolt was talented, but it wasn't just talent that got him to where, where he got to. A lot of work, a lot of technicalities as well.
You read what Gavin said?
Yeah, I saw it. They're modeling a Safa and Elaine form, but tell you what,
technique.
Elaine is great. Is a great athlete, but I don't think she got the best form. I don't think she got the best form. Safa, on the other hand, yes. Safa has a really, like, when it comes to blocks, Safa got it. Right? But at the same time, when you have a normal athlete, right? A normal athlete is an athlete that is 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, right? That's a normal height for an athlete. But Bolt is not a normal athlete. Bolt is 6'4", 6'5". So with an athlete that tall, getting out the blocks and getting the right angles to get out the blocks, effective and efficiently to stay with the pack. So when he get out his dry face, right, he's right there with them, that he could step away from them. That takes something completely different. Because I don't see no other athlete in the field that is over 6'3" that runs as fast as Bolt do. I've never seen it. I don't think anybody has ever seen it because it hasn't happened. You see this coming? That's not true. That is not true. You say Glenn Mills have a small amount of athletes, so he had all the time in the world to achieve perfection. That is not true. That is not true. And I know that for a fact. This is not me assuming.
You're being biased now. That was your coach?
Who, me?
Yeah. You was coached by Mills? Of course.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that.
So that's why I'm saying that this comment is not true, because I know for a fact that that's not the case. He don't have a small amount of athletes. The MVP camp might be bigger, right? Because they have more coaches, like in terms of variety. So you have a lot of hurdle coaches. Because I know most of the coaches that I'm gonna say I know most of the coaches that are there. Because some of them were high school coaches that move on to become professional coaches, right? So you have like a hurdle coach or 2 hurdle coaches that just focus on the 400 hurdles. Then you have coaches that focus on the 110 and the 100 hurdles, and then you have quarter mile coach or whatever. So you have more coaches in MVP, and compared to racers, they have coaches. Yeah, it's not just I'm not gonna say it's just Coach Glenn Mills, but it's not just like 5 or 10 athletes. It's way more than that.
Well, Gavin doesn't agree.
Well, Gavin is entitled to his opinion. He said, "Come on, bro."
Gavin said you're being biased because You was once coached by Coach Mills. That's why you're being biased.
Hey, I'm telling you how it is. That's just the facts. Half the time, he don't really. He's there, but he's just there, like looking on, like okay, he's observing, he's analyzing everyone. He's not just focusing on one person. I'm not saying that he didn't take time out to work on bowl technique or anything like that, but as I said, an athlete 6'4", 6'5", to get that person to get out the blocks the way Bolt do, it's not easy.
I'm sure there was a lot of one-on-ones with Bolt. I'm sure there was a lot of one-on-ones. So it appears that he
not
had
a lot of
more
one-on-ones, but a lot of engineering and changing stuff around, adjustment of the blocks, because you have to get that perfect angle to get out with the pack, because he can't set his blocks the way everybody else do. It just won't work. It have to be different. Everything about Bolt was different. It can't be the same, and it's not because the coach spend more time with him. It's just that he's different. So
Gavin got something else to say.
Who?
Gavin said, what percentages of Mills athletes are successful? I doubt you want to ask me about Stephen Francis.
Okay. All right.
Glenn Mills had more than one athlete.
Say what?
The last thing he said was Glenn Mills have more than one athlete.
Yeah, he does have more than one athlete. Or maybe he was trying to say he only have one athlete. I don't know. So on the male side, right? Frana had Freighter, Michael Freighter, Asafa Powell, Nesta Carter.
That's three.
Well, if you want to count the ones that barely scratch the surface, then sure, you could call it Julian Ford. Yeah, and I think there was somebody else there. I'm missing maybe like one or two names. But all right, let's go over to Mills. We got the GOAT, Usain Bolt. We got the second best, Johan Blake. We also got Warren Ware. That's 3.
Oh yeah, I remember him too. Yeah.
We got Kim Collins, the veteran, right? I'm gonna get to that comment, Gavin. You got Kim Collins. You got it's the tall one that is from Great Britain right now. Zana
Hughes.
Right? You also have
that's what he's talking about.
Huh?
Zana Hughes.
Zana, yeah. Then you have this other athlete that was from Antigua and Barbuda. What's his name? This is somebody that I know personally, so I don't know how his name is not clicking. Bailey. His name is Bailey from Antigua. So I just named what, like 5 or 6, just off the top of my head, right? And then if you even push it a little bit more,
he said Danielle Bailey.
Yeah.
That's what Charmaine said.
Yeah, Danielle Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
But Bailey's is last name. Yeah. And then you had, all right, Gavin is gonna try to claim this one, but you have Mario Forsyth. Mario was at MVP and then left MVP and went to Racers, and then he just picked up. He got faster. I think that's when he went. I think he went 9 maybe once or twice, but he was running like 10 ones consistently. As soon as he moved to Mills, he got faster, right? So even Aileen Bailey was also coached by Mills. So Mills coached quite a lot of successful athletes. And then the recent quarter miler that just won the 400 last year, coached by Glenn Mills. So then hold up. Ricardo Chambers, also Glenn Mills. Huh?
He said, "What about you?"
I didn't even spend 1 year there. Gavin, why are you coming for me?
And Charmaine said Antonio Watson. Watson was the 400 meter.
Yeah, was the 400 guy. It's famous speech. One Bob.
Isn't he injured though?
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, so Mills, hold up. And we still missed out one person, Raymond Stewart. So I'm sure I already named like 10. And these are all male athletes. I only know of one female, really, to be honest. And that's Aileen Bailey. So that's why I say he's, in my opinion, I don't think he is the greatest female coach. That's Frano. Like Frano got that. But
when Francis trained Shelly, no?
Huh?
Wait, when it comes to Francis, he got majority of the female. You're right.
He got all the females.
Shelly,
Sharika. He got
now he got Elaine because Elaine wasn't there before.
No, Elaine was always there.
As Stephen Francis?
Yes. That's her birthplace.
Hmm.
That's her birthplace. That's where she was born. So all the top, I'm gonna say the top, even Williams. Why the first names aren't clicking? She made the team.
Oh, Daniel. Wait.
Not Daniel.
Exactly. I knew Elaine was at MVP. That's what I'm talking about. She started at MVP because I know Mills.
She's not an MVP. She's not there now.
He didn't want her. He don't want her back because of her husband.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that's where she started. When she ran what she ran 10-5?
Charmaine said Sada Williams.
I don't know that name. But there's another female. She ran. All right, you remember last season when Sharika ran 1070, I think, or 1071. Mm-hmm. And there was another athlete from her training camp that finished second, that PR'd, that ran Natasha. I think, was it Natasha?
Morrison?
Yeah.
You said her name Williams. Natasha Morrison.
Natasha Morrison, and then there's somebody else. There's listen, the names are quite similar because there's a whole bunch of Williams. So it's just not clicking right now. But Frano has more than 20 athletes. See that?
He said Sharif's what? I don't know.
Yep.
Sharif?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, he has, it's like you can't even keep up. You can't keep up with the count because he has so much female athletes that make it, like a lot. Compared to the males, the females always excel. I don't know why. Sharika Williams.
I don't know her.
I know her. Waya. That's what they called her. Because she was skinny. She ran the 400.
Wire.
Yes, that's exactly what they called her. Wire. Because she was skinny. So then said she maga like a wire.
Oh.
And then I think you have like 3 400-meter athletes, and then you have millennial. The list goes on and on. Melanie Walker. Like it's a never-ending list when it comes to females. Like he's the GOAT when it comes to female athletes, to be honest. So let me see this. Sharon Simpson.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Let me see this one. Foster Hilton.
I mean, he got a lot. He do have a lot.
You can't count. You really can't count. Like it's too much to count. Because you go, there's so many names.
I remember Navleen Williams.
There's so much name. You're gonna miss out on a whole lot. Whole lot. Sachin, I know this name as well. This one.
Sachin Dennis.
Yep.
She up and coming.
I'm telling you, Frano, when it comes to female athletes, I don't know if he got some magic trick over there or something, but he knows how to get them ready. Like, and then you have this other girl that used to run the 400 hurdles. No, I think you have Russell as well. Russell is there too. And like trust me, I would have to go look up a whole like a list. I could have a whole spreadsheet with just names, like names and times. He got all the female athletes. So when it comes to female athletes, he's the greatest. I'm gonna give him that. But males, when it comes to the male athletes, he is the greatest. Trained with Walcott. He went to Stats.
Somebody said Sachin Dennis is injury prone.
I mean, a lot of athletes. This is the thing. Injuries are gonna happen. It's just how.
Oh yeah, Janine Russell is what he was talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They call Russell jellyfish. Kelly Spence was the other hurdler that I'm talking about. Spence. Stephanie Ann McPherson. Yep, 400 meter. And then there's another one that run the 400 as well. With Stephanie Ann. Her sister went to LSU. I can't keep up with all the names. Trust me, it's a lot of names. Navleen wasn't training with Francis. I think Navleen was training here in the US. As I was saying, injuries are injuries. It's gonna happen. It's just how you're able to bounce back from the injuries. And a lot of times, athletes don't have the best doctors, or sometimes they don't have the money to pay for certain things. So it takes longer, for them to bounce back. But, if you got that shoe contract, then you should have that money. Tiffany James, Christine Day. Christine Day is who I'm talking about. She ran the 400. Her sister went to LSU, also ran the 400. And then McLaughlin, also coached by Francis. She was coached by Wilson as well, coached by Francis. Price. They're just killing me with names. There's so many athletes from MVP, female athletes from MVP. Like yeah, he's untouchable when it comes to female athletes. I don't think any other coach in the world could, come close to what he has done with female athletes. Let me see this. What Gavin say? I mean, this is the thing. Personally, I think Jamaica is really tough on athletes, track and field athletes, to be honest, because the bar is set so high. It's like the expectation is crazy. Like, you guys expect them to just do so much right off the bat when they haven't even got the time to really develop the way they need to develop. So I think that's something that we need to kind of like take into consideration. Like, these athletes really need time. Remember, outside of track and field, these people have a life. And I think Seville also said that, like, there are things that factor in that nobody really understand. They just know that, oh, track and field is Jamaica's pride and joy, so everybody they want the athletes to do good. But they got to think about the fact, like, they have issues and problems and everything just like a regular person. And to stay focused and work through all that to get to the level that they're at is already in itself a big accomplishment. So not saying that we shouldn't have standards for our athletes, but I think they could not be so mean sometimes. Because when they're ready to roast you, yeah, they're gonna
We're
roast
talking about the people, Jamaican people.
I'm talking about the Jamaican, the
Yeah, I
public,
think they're very hard on their athletes, like very hard.
which, as I said, the standards were set high by both Shelly and so it's like whenever you have an athlete that is not delivering similar results, it's like they don't want to hear that. They don't want to, they just want you to be on top all the time. And the funny part about it is a lot of people who are talking, they can't even run 10 meters.
It's crazy that you even say that because there's multiple athletes that has complained about Jamaica and the lack of support that they got. Like take Omar McLeod for example. Remember when he was on top at one point? I get the whole homosexuality thing as to why he felt like he had to walk away, and then Johan, he felt like his country doesn't support him. There's a lot of people that feels that way.
This is the thing with Jamaica, they're with you when you're up,
and that's bad.
They're not with you when you're down. Unfortunately, it's not. That's not how it should be. You should.
That makes sense. USA fans are worse.
You said what?
Debbie says USA fans are worse on their athletes.
No, they're not.
Exactly.
They're not. They're not at all. Listen, America, track and field is I don't even think they recognize track and field as a major sport. Because they have football, basketball, baseball, all these other sports. But in Jamaica, it's like that's the main thing. Everybody, you don't hear nobody talking about football or what we call soccer here in America. Nobody cares about that. Everybody want to be Shelly Ann Fraser and Usain Bolt. That's the culture. it's the number one sport. You know, so I think that's one of the reasons why they're so, you know, hard on the athletes. But as I said, it shouldn't be like that. They should be, you know, a lot more understanding, you know, but maybe if they are, then the performance would probably drop.
Miller says you guys need to stop. You need to know English fans in football, Spain and Italy. Jamaica is soft in comparison to them.
I mean, you might be right. Zone Oblique gonna take gold because Usain said so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree. He's not gonna say something publicly for just giggles. I think he knows something that we don't. Because there's no way he's just gonna come out and say, oh, you know, my money's on this person. You know,
I'm sorry,
exactly
Charmaine, I have to disagree with that.
Who said that?
Charmaine says Jamaican supporters are ride with you until the wheels fall off. But once those wheels fall off, they will ride with you into the ground. No other country support their athletes more, but toxic when they. You're right about the toxic part when they lose. I agree with that part.
Winning and losing is a part of the sport. You can't win all the time. You cannot. It's impossible to win all the time.
Yeah, but Jamaican people, they're horrible when it comes to losing. And then they start criticizing the little things. Like, take Elaine, for example. We understand Elaine had a terrible year, right? So they're blaming all on her husband. Oh, she shouldn't have married that man. How dare her? She should have left him a long time ago. Oh, she should have stayed with Siddiqui. She should have did this. She should have did that. Everybody want to say what she should have done.
But that's the thing. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But whose opinion really
very good to the athletes when they lose? No, they're not good to the athletes when they lose. Not at all.
Listen, they're never good to the athletes when you lose. Listen, game over when you lose. The only way I think Asafa got it way worse than anybody else though.
I've seen Jamaican track Twitter.
Huh?
Charmaine said, have y'all seen Jamaican track Twitter? They are fighting every day for athletes, but if you're not winning, they will crush you. That is true.
That's the name of the game.
But them if you win, them if you lose. You can't win it all.
But that's the thing. You can't win it all. They want you to win it all, but you can't.
Impossible.
Nobody stays on top forever. Oh.
Somebody said, are you riding with Janelle?
Say what?
Charmaine, you riding with Janelle? Janelle Bromfield.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was watching a podcast the other day with Bolt, and he didn't get to his full potential. When he ran 9.5, 9.58, that wasn't the fastest that he could have ran.
But he had to retire.
No. That year when he ran that time, that wasn't the fastest time that he could have ran. He was hurt based on what these were his words. He couldn't train like all the way through. He had to take a break. So like, I guess he was missing maybe like a month or whatever. So just imagine if he was able to train like all the way through the season like the other athletes do. That's more, whether he missed out on background or speed work or speed endurance, whatever he missed out on, factor that in. that would have made his performance a lot better. So I'm thinking he would have ran 9.4 instead of 9.5. But I guess we'll never know, right?
Nope. Still one of the greatest though.
I mean, if he was still running,
that man had to retire.
He would still be winning.
He had to retire though.
He would still be winning.
No, because his legs would have been no good to him. He had what? You remember the documentary that he came out with?
Yeah.
I mean, he said he had to retire.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it wasn't about him running faster at that point in time. It was just about, and he said it himself. He said, everybody else is getting slower. It's not going to get faster. So if he, just imagine, last World Championship, right? 9.83, I think. Yeah, something like that. It was 9.8. It wasn't fast.
Right. I am both. Right.
Yeah. Let me see that comment.
If he had went all the way through the 9,000, he would have been faster than 9:59. Right. He retired because he was no longer motivated to train. He accomplished all he wanted to.
Yeah, he did say he accomplished everything he wanted to accomplish. That's why.
But then he also spoke about his injuries, why he couldn't go any further.
But even if you have injuries, if you have more goals that you want to accomplish, there would be that drive to push through the injuries and try to accomplish your goals. But if you feel like you don't have anything else to accomplish in the sport because you've done everything, then it's kind of like, I'm gonna go to training this week. I'm gonna skip a couple days next week. You're not gonna have that zeal, to push through. I can't keep up with the comments. Hold on.
Well, they're responding to each other about Alana.
Yeah, I'll figure. I'm about to pull this screen over here so I could
keep up.
I could see what's going on because it's a little further from me where I have everything set up. Okay, yeah, now it's right in front of my face. I can see it.
Gavin, I want to spend. I heard that you come down about Jamaicans. I was like, somebody needs to get her out of there.
Y'all funny. Listen, training. Forget about the competition because that's just the fun part. The training is the hard part. I would like for a lot of these, spectators or stands athletes, I call them, because they're athletes, but they're in the stands. I would like for them to show up for just 1 week of practice, whether they're training for the 100, 200, or 400. And then I would like to see if they're going to have the same opinion after that, because I'm almost certain that they won't. Let me see what he says.
You're talking about Alana.
But
Alana didn't choose where she going.
So basically the U.S. against. Hey, who ran professional? No. What did you run?
Jay.
Run where?
She a Nike athlete. Well, all Nike athletes stick to the USA.
Yeah, either there or Frano.
Man, listen. Just like.
And what's your actual name? Because I've never heard of you before. You say you ran for Adidas?
Megalodon, Jay.
Scroll all the way up and click on that link. It's right at the top. I want to see who this athlete is.
So that's why I was in Claremont.
Scroll all the way up. There's a link up there. You could click on it and join the live stream. I want to see.
I'm done. I was a football player first, tore my Achilles.
Yeah, those injuries will definitely.
Alana want more money, so she probably going to trade spots.
It's all about the money, right?
Right. But I thought she didn't decide though. She decided to take a break.
I don't think that's wise.
She said, I've been trying to reach out to you because I like your commentary.
Appreciate it. That's why you need to join the live stream and share your opinion. Claremont. Frano is Nike.
But Alana is gonna. I think she's gonna trade spots. I don't think she's gonna stay in Jamaica.
Well, it depends.
I think if she was going to stay, she would have went to trials.
Well,
remember she called it. She was like, her season is over. That's it. She's taking a break.
I mean, why though? Why was the season over? Hold up, Debbie.
Seville, she said Seville gold, Kishane silver, and Noah bronze. Alana is in Paris. You're talking about Brianna listed. Okay. Alana is in Paris. Oh, she's doing a 4x. Oh, she's running on reserve. She's staying in Jamaica. Oh, okay.
Brianna, because at one point I was
Brianna listing.
I was like, what?
She on right. She on reserve. She the one that
Brianna shut the season down.
Right, but she don't know where she going though. She don't know if she want to trade spots.
But this is the thing. Why did she shut the season down?
All right, remember? I think she ran. What was that? I forgot the race that she ran. And then after that, she was like, "That's it." Somebody said Brianna is injured.
Don't give me that talking about Brianna is injured. I don't want to hear that. Brianna ran at the NCAA championship.
Right.
Yes, her leg was bandaged up and everything. However, if she was able to go through them rounds, if she had rested for a little bit, she would be able to come to the trials and make that team because she had the fastest time all throughout the season. All throughout the season. Miller, nah. I'm not buying that. I'm really not. I'm not. She had a long collegiate season that ended with a minor injury. That's why she didn't really perform in the 200. See, that's another thing with the well, it's a fault of the NCAA system where a lot of the athletes that got hurt or get injured, they don't really get a lot of time to to recuperate and get back to their full form because they keep them running throughout the season almost every weekend when they really don't have to, because all the small meets don't really matter. It's the major championship, like whether it's, you know, Big Ten, you know, or whatever it is, or NCAA championship. They should kind of like back them away from some of those smaller meets so that they could heal up. I don't know why she was running that many races though, but I guess it happens. Yeah, I'm talking about Brianna Liston. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, that's exactly who I'm talking about. Because Brianna had, I think she ran what? 10-8.
She did 60s, the 100 and 200 meters. They said, give us some grace.
I mean, I don't think we're trying to take anything away from her. It's just, it's more so that we see her potential. Like, I see her potential. I know that she's a great athlete. I would want her to be a part of the team. That's where I'm coming from. You know, because with her on the team, then the team is stronger. That's how I look at it. If she was able to get over, you know, those little injuries. And then, I mean, yes, she has a long season, but the longer you make your season, your upcoming season, you'll be able to last much longer, because you kind of pick up right where you left off the following season or the upcoming season.
Gavin said if Brianna had shown up, who would have been taken off the Olympic team? That's interesting.
Oh, that raised another finding that I came up with. So, apart from the top 3 spots in the 100 and 400, the 4th place finisher may not run on that 4x1. So it's not an automatic spot. I used to think that the 4th place finisher is automatically on the team because they have the 4th fastest time or whatever at the trials. They finish 4th. Because I'm always thinking like, oh, you use the trials to determine who make the team. But unfortunately, that's not how J3 have it.
Somebody said Shelly would have been off the team. You don't think Shelly would have made it? I mean, she did come third.
Y'all better stop it.
That's what Clip said. Clip said Shelly. Charmaine said Berger.
Shelly gonna be on that team.
See, Miller also said it's a good thing that Brianna didn't come because Shelly wouldn't have made the team.
Nah.
So no, sir. I doubt you wanted to push away Shelly.
Nope. Shelly ticket was already booked, man. No matter what y'all say.
Even if she didn't come third, she would have still went to Paris?
Yes.
And be a part of the team?
Yes. If she finished 5th, they carrying her. It's impossible for them not to take her.
She would automatically qualify for the 200 because everyone was slow except Sharika.
Who is gonna give a better starting leg than Shelly Ann? Who is a better starter than Shelly Ann? Nobody. So you can't get Shelly off the team. Shelly's the best starter.
Isn't she the captain anyway?
They don't even do captains for teams like these.
Well, in regards to the U.S., they do that.
Hold up. Is Gavin trying to answer my question? When I say who's a better starter than Shelly Ann, he said
Tia.
No, he joking. Gavin, you joking around.
And then Clip said, when was the last time they made Shelly start though?
That's not you're not getting it. I think you're not getting it. I'm not saying that they're gonna make her start. I'm saying she is the best starter. They should make her start, but they don't. They set the team crazy. Like
Shelly,
half the time.
I know they do have a captain. He's saying they don't. I know they have a captain. Shelly's the captain.
I didn't
exactly
the way I understand it with those senior teams. Most of the time they don't have a captain, or if they do have a captain, the captain is not really like a captain. It's just kind of like a position.
Well, it be like that sometimes.
But for the 4x1, for real, I think that they should have Shelly start, but they're not going to.
Why is she not running the individual 100 though, Miller?
No, she said she would not be running. So I guess she's saying if Brianna had
on the team, she wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what.
I mean, I feel like if she had better competition, then she probably would have stepped her game up a little bit more. Because I don't think she pushed herself really throughout that race. She jogged.
You know that you get third, you're still making the team.
Right. So she jogged. She didn't really push herself.
You're gonna do what you need to do.
Exactly. I know Shelly's the captain. I don't know what he's talking about.
Listen, captains don't matter. This is not soccer.
It matters to the U.S. You have to have a captain on the team.
How does that matter? How does being the captain of the U.S.
I mean, track and field is the individual sport. We all know that.
That's the whole point. Me being captain, right, of the female team or the male team or whatever team, how does that equate to anything?
They said Shelly ran to qualify. This is her final team, so she would have to push.
Oh, you weren't here earlier. This is not her final team. She clarified that. She said it's her final Olympic, not her final team. She never said she was gonna retire. She said that this is her final Olympic.
So you think she's still gonna compete in Diamond Leagues and?
I think she's gonna do like two more years.
The point wasn't whether or not it mattered.
And there's no need for any captain. Yes. I'm gonna take that one. I did say there's no captain.
You did say that.
If you want me to own it, I'll own it. I did say that. But I don't see the need for a captain, because what is the captain gonna do? Round up everybody and say, "Oh, it's time to warm up"? Like, I don't even think we do that in high school.
She said this is not her last championship. She wasn't ready to run that fast at the trials. I mean, she ran fast enough to qualify. That's all.
I think she wasn't sharp enough. That's what I think. I think just like every other athlete, she
she's coming off injuries though.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Like, she had some form of injury earlier in the season that she was working through, and she eventually got through it and made the team. So, it's fair game now. Like, I think she's gonna be, me personally, I think she's gonna be in the top 3.
And actually, she opened the season late.
I miss her.
She opened the season very late.
Yeah. So with that being said, I think she's where she needs to be.
He's never gonna admit if we're wrong or right. That's just how he is about the whole captain argument. So
I did admit it. I did say that. I did say it. Okay, sir. She is the captain. There is a captain for the team. I don't know why. I don't think there should be a captain. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it.
Mm.
Can you close my door, sir? Close my door. Close my door.
He had a knee injury with a minor procedure. Right. Hence why she started the season late. Didn't she run one time before trials, or trials was her season opener? I don't remember.
I think she ran her first 100-meter.
Right. See?
She had a knee injury.
And a minor procedure.
I wonder who.
Jonah is Jonah or whatever his name is. He's the swimming captain. He don't run track.
What's wrong with y'all on these captain stuff? Everybody's doing their individual thing.
Don't he swim?
Don't ask me about swimming. I know nothing about.
The captain do talk in meetings and help with the relays.
What? The captain
do talk in meetings and help with the relays.
Can somebody explain to me how the captain get that done or accomplish that?
He's a diver. He's a male captain.
The captain do talk in meetings and help with the relay. So, see, that's the reason why I say they don't need to be any captain, right? I'm a professional athlete. I'm running, say I run the 100, and I'm not the captain of the team. And somebody else is saying, oh, I think that he needs to run the third leg or the ankle leg, right? And I don't feel like that should be the case. You're telling me that this captain is gonna help to determine where I'm placed? Nah. That should be solely up to the coaches. I don't think another athlete should have a say in that. That's why I say I don't think there should be a captain.
They say captain has nothing to do with relays. Absolutely nothing.
That's
what Charmaine said.
This comment
from Charmaine
had me confused because I'm like, there's no way a person that is on the relay team is gonna help set the relay team or give any insight on the team because she's also an athlete or he's also an athlete. That can't work. That cannot work. That wouldn't make sense to me. So I would agree with Grant on this. Oh, I don't got my watch on. What time? 11:30. Yeah, Sharika, you you're sleepy. So let me just run through something real quick before I close this out. So let me look at the dates. Come on, what's going on this? Okay. All right, so on the 3rd is when we're gonna have, well, on the 3rd the fun stuff start. So the female,
I thought it was the 2nd.
Oh,
isn't the 2nd the heat starts?
The second is when they run the, but that's not the fun stuff. That's no fun.
You worrying about the semifinals and the finals?
That's what I care about.
We gotta see how we lead up to that.
Well, yeah,
you gotta make it through the rounds. If you don't make it through the rounds, you're not gonna make it to the semifinals or the finals.
Okay.
Let's see how the rounds go.
Yeah, you're right about that. We need to see the rounds because we need to see how Sharika looks.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna be streaming during during.
For the reason the athletes need to have chemistry with each other. So Charmaine said, "What is your prediction for the men's 100 meters?" I guess she missed it from earlier, so you got to recap.
Okay, female,
August
100.
1st and 2nd. Males is the 2nd and the 3rd. So somebody said Thursday, which is the 1st, is when the females start. And then the male starts on the 2nd.
No. Unless it's a time zone difference. Because I checked it. The female
That's a good one.
See, I'm watching from the heats.
Yeah.
Need to know if I need to turn my TV off from early. Tell you what, don't turn the TV off. Just pick it up and toss it out the door.
It should be interesting though.
But yeah, the prelims and the first round goes off on the 2nd, and then the semifinal and final is on the 3rd.
You think Tia gonna make it through the prelims?
Definitely.
I mean, this is her first.
Definitely, she gonna make it.
Rodeo.
She gonna make it.
All right.
Listen, it's just like champs. It's just like champs. Treat it like champs. She gonna make
Charmaine
it.
said race starts at 5 in the morning. I thought it
Yeah.
was. I'm
gonna be sleeping at that time. I'll be sleeping. Y'all could tell me how the first round and the prelims goes, or I'll go back and watch it afterwards. Furthermore, I'm not gonna be streaming on.
It's
on
the second, guys. It's not the first, because I mean, even on Team Jamaica talks about.
Yeah,
it.
it's the 2nd. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it. I have another screen pulled up right here. I'm looking at it. It's on the 2nd.
Marathon. There ain't nothing going on the 1st. It's the 2nd.
Yeah, it's the 2nd. So I'm not gonna be streaming that day. On the day of the final, the semifinal and the final, I'm gonna be streaming that day for sure. Because I'm not gonna be at work. I'm gonna be here. So I'm gonna be streaming that day and the day after that, which is also the final.
I'll be up at 5 in the morning. What on the 2nd is a Saturday?
The 2nd is a Saturday.
I'll be up.
I'm at work that
Hopefully
day.
I don't fall back asleep.
I'm at work that day, and then so 2 days.
Who said the race starts at 2? They mean on the 2nd, they mean.
No, the semifinals and the finals is gonna be in the evenings. It's 2 sessions. There's a morning session and there's an evening
session. Always.
The evening session, I think the evening session starts at 2 because they are ahead of us time wise. So it's gonna be later. It's pretty much gonna be night for them, but for us it's gonna be like around close to midday or like 2 p.m. Right? So that's when the second session is gonna go off. The first session is gonna be early, like
right now in Paris it's 5:39 in the morning. So
exactly. So there was 6 hours ahead. You say it's 5:39?
Yeah, Paris is 5 or 6 hours ahead. Yep, 6 hours.
6 hours ahead.
6 hours different.
Exactly. So 2 p.m. So that means that's 8 p.m. Okay, the prediction for the men's is Seville is going to take gold. Kishane is going to get second. And I'm going to throw a wild card in there for third.
Don't say Tobago again, bro.
I'm not going to say Tobago. I'm going to say somebody that y'all totally forget about. Y'all forget he exists.
Let me hear if you want to say it. Go ahead.
I'm going to say the Canadian is going to take third.
You know what I was going to say? What's that African guy name? Omanyala?
Nah. I'm telling you, this guy shows up every time, deliver. When y'all count him out, I don't know why the name's not clicking today.
Somebody say Fred.
Nah, not Fred.
You talking about DeGrasse?
DeGrasse. And Andre's the guy.
I think Andre more show up in the 200 than the 100 though.
He show up in the 100 and the 200. Don't count him out.
I never count DeGrasse out. Somebody said DeGrasse can sit down. He not showing up.
We'll see. But for the female, it's hard for me to predict the female. I just know if Shelly gets that rocket start, it's over.
Let's see if they put Shikari on the outside this year again.
They're gonna put her in the middle.
You think so? She gonna get an outside lane.
Sorry.
I can't stand.
Somebody said DeGrasse won bronze in Tokyo.
He's gonna take bronze. So it's gonna be Jamaica 1, 2, Canada 3rd. Right? That's
the other competitions? You got Fred Curley, Tobago. Arian is not running in 100.
No, you got Kenny's running 100 as well.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Somebody's not gonna make the finals. One of the big athletes are not gonna make the finals.
Charmaine said Shikari's winning 100.
She's gonna have to make sure. She's gonna have to make sure she gets a better start.
I believe in
JJ.
She's gonna be in between Shelly and Sharika. That's what they always put her.
If she don't get the start that Shelly gets, it's done. I promise you.
We'll see.
I've yet to see Shelly get that rocket
I
start
was saying the same
and
thing
get
too,
caught.
but he don't want to give Omanyala anything. He wants to give it to DeGrasse.
I'm giving it to DeGrasse.
No, but Omanyala has good time too.
Having a good time is one thing. This is the thing. This is what y'all don't understand. Times on paper. Hold on. Times on paper are times on paper. But when it comes to a championship, you got to talk about the people.
So you're saying when it comes to a championship, Omanyala doesn't show up?
They don't show up. This is not his first time. He run good times all the time. DeGrasse be running slow times throughout the season and just come to the championship and just drop something real good on the day. Trust me.
Charmaine said he never shows up.
You think I'm just throwing random thoughts out there?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you're wrong.
DeGrasse know his stuff. He peaks when he's supposed to peak. He show up at championship. He's been doing it since Bolt was running.
Yeah, he's been doing it for years.
And when everybody count him out and say, "Oh, he's not gonna medal," he comes right there and just deliver. He knows what he's doing. Just to say, it's kind of like you can't count out Shelly Ann is gonna be in the finals, even if she's not in the best shape. You can't.
JJ, I can't. He said, JJ's her says, LOL, and you give it to Seville that gives us 4 times 4 twice.
Yes, and that's gonna see that's gonna make me so happy. Because I'm gonna underdog. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do right now? I just picked my phone up.
You want to post a bet?
I'm gonna screenshot it. So that way, when he wins, that same picture that I just took, I'm gonna post it right back in there. So you remember that you said that. Not because somebody finished 4th twice. And that's the thing. He explained that over the past 4 years, he had a whole bunch of injuries. And that is the reason why he didn't get to his full potential.
Somebody said people need soursop juice. They don't perform under pressure. Gavin, I'm done.
I mean, some people they don't do good because their nerves are bad.
The 4th at the line. Yeah, yo. See, that's what I'm saying. These people don't have no faith in their countrymen.
LOL. Seville gonna look around and move
back
second to 4th at the line. No, he won't. No, he won't.
Y'all underestimating this man so bad.
And he said it. He said, you guys need to have some faith. Be patient.
Charmaine, you're
Trust
right
the
about that. He
process.
do have a nasty habit of looking around. He looking across like Noah.
Don't worry about it. He'll get it together when the time is right. He'll get it together. I'm sure that looking around, Coach Mills is probably talking to him right now, like, okay,
Seville, count eggs and running. Look left, look right.
hey.
One egg, two eggs.
Jokes. Yeah, I got jokes. He said you would love you. I would love for him to win,
but I will not be hurt if he doesn't.
I can't say that.
He do though.
I can't. I would love. I want him to win. Will I feel some type of way if he don't? Yes, I would. I will.
So, would you feel some type of way for it? Because I mean, story.
Nah, if he don't win, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm not gonna lie, because I want him to win. Call me biased.
Story.
He's my favorite.
Seville?
Yes.
Who's your second favorite?
It has to be another Jamaican.
Kishane.
Yeah.
Not
but
a key.
Seville, this is the thing. When it comes to the male athletes, I'm gonna go for whoever Coach Mills coach. And I'm sorry for that, but I'm being honest.
You're biased.
Call it what you will. I'm being completely honest. I'm not going to pretend like that's not the case. Whoever Coach Mills coach, that's who I'm going to go for. That's who I'm rooting for.
Where Gavin at? To nail you on the cross.
Hey.
Gavin.
I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. If I can't be honest with myself, then how am I gonna be honest with y'all? I'm gonna go with Seville. Since the past couple of years, I've been rooting for him the whole time. So this is not new. It's not new at all. And he still win. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Gavin says Seville, I missed that. He's in the form of his life. He has more successful gym routines.
Let me see.
I'm done.
It says Seville admits that he's in the form of his life.
Gavin got jokes. I mean, he did gain a little muscle mass. He looked a little toughish.
If I'm telling you,
he got the strength.
If the coach say he's ready, he is ready.
I mean, I feel like honestly, if anybody, but now Kishane because of time, right? If anyone could have taken on Noah, it would be Seville. I think he's the one that came the closest.
He beat Noah
before, right? I mean, at the Jamaican trials,
he ran the same time he ran when he beat Noah. So he ran the same time twice.
Silver. It's still a medal.
Yeah,
still medal. It's better than him coming fourth.
Hold up. You need to be objective. You're going on emotions. It's not just emotions. It's the fact that I know the ability of his coach.
Who said you need to be objective? I didn't see that. Oh, Charmaine.
Yeah. I know the ability of his coach. I know that the coach know what he's doing. Right? So if the coach say that he's ready, he's ready. He just needs to go out there and deliver. That's all I'm gonna say. The coach say he's ready, that means he's ready. He just needs to go out there and deliver. That's two people that
have faith in him.
The coach say it and both said it. That's two people that when they say something, if it's not exactly what it is, it's extremely close to what it is.
The coach coaches, but the athletes run the race.
Okay, that's true. But again, if you heard what I said a couple seconds ago, the coach said that he's ready. It's just up to him to go out there and deliver, execute. Once he execute, then that's it.
And so far, he's been doing that.
So I'm telling you, he's gonna win.
Somebody said, Akeem is gonna false start. He's not gonna make the final. He's gonna do it his best. False start.
Stop being negative. We need to cut that out.
It was JJ that said it. I didn't say it. He gonna false start or he gonna fall.
If he lose, I'm gonna call him a Safa 2.0 at this point.
He might always jump off the tube.
He's not gonna. Nah. That's the thing. Why is it that we got to put label on athletes?
You did it.
Which athlete did I label?
You just said Safa 2.0.
No, that's a comment that I just read.
Oh, somebody.
Yeah. I don't put no. All right. For example,
I didn't see that.
Bridget Foster. Bridget Foster was second, third, second, third years.
I've been boosting that work.
And then all of a sudden, she just.
Akeem needs sauce. She can bother.
These people are y'all funny with all these comments.
So y'all don't have faith in the Jamaican team?
They don't. Correct.
Oh man. Not even the men? I think the men have a better chance than the women at this point.
Somebody said pray for who? Who are we praying for? We're praying for all the Jamaican athletes. Because I was told to be objective. But
somebody could just shut up Noah. I just want him to just swallow all the ego that he got.
I mean, don't see. I think that he's a great athlete, and I can never take that from him.
I won't take it either. He just all right.
It's not
example, right? Oblique beat him. What did he say after that? What did he say?
I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think it was something slick. But if you lose, right, you just lose.
Every time that man lose, he got something. He got an excuse as to why he lose. He always has something slick to say.
It is what it is. If you lose, you lose. If you don't, you don't. Like, yeah, we get it that he likes to compete, but it is what it is. JJ said, as long as no one don't win.
When I'm fine. Exactly. Him talk too much shit.
I mean,
Charmaine said he said went off early. He always have an excuse.
He said
off early.
Oh, yeah. He didn't say the gun went off early. He said that when he got on set, he said the starter fired the gun too fast. So he's trying to say he didn't get on set. He wasn't on set for too long. So like the starter would say on your marks after you settle, then he say set and then hold you for a couple seconds, then fire the gun. But he said that the starter just says set and fire the gun immediately. So he didn't get enough time. And to me, that was an excuse because as a sprinter,
have an excuse.
Yeah, you should be ready regardless of where you are when you're coming up on your set. Because you don't know when the starter is going to fire the gun. It could be late. It could be early. You just got to be ready. So
his nails stay done. His nails be done than Janelle's.
Hey.
They said by the time him went in set, the guy said
Gavin said that guy is so cry.
It's true. And it's fancy nails.
All right, so here we not Gavin, we're not doing that because you know where that's going to lead to. We're not doing that. we know that, but we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
He touched.
We're not doing that.
And even with the whole Kishane thing, right? So he was like, when he heard about Kishane being injured, he was like, oh, I hope he stay injured. He's a hater.
But
Like,
I spoke about that, but I got attacked in the comments like a couple days later. A whole bunch of people were saying he didn't say that, and I was like, so you're trying to tell me that I'm lying? Like I was like, you want me to send you the video clip like personally because
the
I have
man
it
said
saved on
he
my phone.
hopes he
He
stayed
said he hoped he
injured.
stayed injured.
Absolutely, he said it.
And I was like, how can you say that about somebody else? Like even if I'm competing against you, I don't. What's the point of
Me
just
wishing you
winning a
bad.
race and knowing that you have a similar time or a faster time and I wasn't able to beat you? I just win because you weren't there. That to me, that doesn't make sense. You know. JJ is funny.
No, I forgot on Victoria, JJ.
It's
No,
about to be my bedtime.
He said it by mistake, but it's no mistake. First of all, the first thing that come out your mouth is what you really mean. It's no mistake. He didn't say it by mistake. That's what he meant to say.
Put it this way. Hold on. If he said it by mistake, right? I'm sure he heard it. He heard the whole thing.
Freudian slip.
So he could have went back and made another video and be like, that's not what I meant. That was a mistake. Da 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 da. But he didn't. You know, he didn't explain anything. He just like leave it, let it stick. So
that's what he meant.
Yeah, that's exactly what he meant.
Absolutely.
But as always,
his mount is faster than his races.
Yeah.
In the original interview, he said he hopes he stayed healthy. But on the podcast, he said, listen, you can't be a 2-mile cutlass. It's either you want him healthy or you want him injured. One or the other. You can't have it both ways.
No, but that's the thing. If he said one thing on the interview, right? And then he said something else on the podcast, why didn't you go back and say, oh, that's not what I meant? You should have said something about that. But I mean, it's track and field. I guess it sells.
I mean, if it's a slip, Charmaine, that's what he meant to say. That means he didn't have no good intentions for Kishane. He don't want the competition. He wants to be the man of the 100.
That's exactly what I just explained. Nah, see, and everybody keeps saying y'all need to stop saying that.
You could say what
stop
you want,
saying that.
You can say what you want, but he compares himself to both.
There's no comparison.
He's better.
He's not better. There's no comparison. There's only one Bolt.
There's only one Bolt, but he compares himself to both, and he thinks
that's
he's
the thing.
better.
He's doing that because people are feeding into it. When Bolt set the records that he set, Bolt was way younger, right? So how is he comparable? The amount of medals that Bolt have, he's nowhere close to that. So it doesn't even make sense.
The first statement was sarcasm, so the truth came out after. Did you see the conference that's resurfacing of him when they call him Fred fastest man, and Noah said that's not true at all. Now calling him the fastest man, right?
See, y'all don't take over my live stream talking about this guy when I'm trying to talk about the Jamaicans.
Listen.
But I mean, it's for I like when y'all have discussion in the comments. Let me see if that's for sharing y'all opinion. And
no, it's very delusional. Yes, he's the king of Delulu. He is the king of Delulu.
Yeah, you guys are funny. But all right, what time is it?
12 o'clock.
I think I'm gonna close it here. So I'll
exactly. He even come tell about woman business about Sharika free wig that Janelle was buying. Come on.
So Sunday and Monday, I'm gonna do a live stream for the evening session, more than likely. I
I'm
think
sure they're gonna replay the morning session anyway.
yeah, I'm not too pressed about the morning session. I'm gonna be home,
Because you
but
don't want to see the prelims.
I don't really care much about the prelims.
I gotta see who make it.
I'm not stressed about that. I'm not waking up that early. I'll watch it on the replay, but
Yo, these people is funny.
yeah, but yep. We have the semifinal and the final for the females on Sunday, and the males on Monday.
Monday.
So yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight.
Sure.
I'll definitely
keep up with. I'm done. I mean, I would have braided my hair too after Juna's man or your friend's man come online to tell everybody, say your friend I buy free wig. I come here for the Olympics. Would have been here to say, my girl, you're not gonna mix me. Keep me out of that.
all the what you call that? The gossips.
Oh God. Yo, I'm
all right.
I'm out. Semi and finals are on Saturday.
No, it's not. It's on Sunday. The 3rd. I'm looking at it right now. The semifinal for the women.
It's the next day. I think it's
Sunday.
It's the 3rd.
Sunday, because Sunday is the 3rd. No, hold up. Sunday is the 4th. Let me look at it.
It's the men's semi and final is the 4th.
Let me look at it again, because I think
the men's is the 4th.
Next
time Sherika win, yeah, yes, I Janelle free we get her luck.
Yeah, funny. 3rd.
Oh my God, Janelle.
Oh, so the 3rd is
the boat captain.
The 3rd.
Honestly, you guys, do you think Janelle has the talent? Yo, I'm not even gonna say nothing. Because I just feel like she's more focused on her relationship with Noah more than she focused on her own race.
Well, we'll see how that goes, because I think she runs on
She's not gonna make it.
Don't say that.
If she ever make the semifinals,
you never know. She might make it. I'm optimistic. Let's hope she makes it.
You optimistic?
Yeah.
I said the Jamaican people are gonna crucify her.
I'm being optimistic. She
said they're gonna crucify. I know she's sure she's not winning the 400 meters though. Her relationship will get her further in life than her running, I guess.
Let's not crucify her.
Hopefully the man left her. Because at first he said he wasn't really interested.
So what? Hold on. All right. So it seemed as if.
See, somebody's gonna drop out of the semis. No, I don't even look like him. Like exactly.
All right. So somebody said that the 3rd is which is Saturday. That's the 100 finals for female.
Yes. And the 4th is the 100 finals and semifinals for the men.
Sunday is the
men's.
Is the men's.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's not
red flag. What a red flag there?
That's not good. That is not good. Because I'm not gonna be able to stream on Saturday.
Well, you better re-record it from watch it on Peacock.
No. I'll do. All right. So what I'll do is, so that we could talk about it. I could do in the morning on Sunday. I could do one stream in the morning, and then we just go over all the things that and share our thoughts and opinions.
That relationship looks forced.
can you stop talking about now?
No, the people that might not comments me, I read that
And
relationship look
these
forced.
Gavin, we're talking about what we expect Saturday. So I guess everybody gonna watch it individually, but Sunday morning we could discuss what happens.
Which is the fourth. But how you gonna discuss it on Sunday? Well, you're gonna discuss it before the men's semi and the finals. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll talk about all of that before, because seeing that I didn't make much predictions more than the fact that I think if Shelly gets out, she's gonna be the winner. I really want to see what the female 100 finals going.
Oh my god!
But then
now he looked miserable around her.
Then we gonna have the men's final, pretty much in
the semis and the finals the same day.
Finals the same day. It's just like an hour apart. It's not. They don't space it that much. It's not. The spacing between it is very short. Maybe just enough time to, like warm up again or whatever. It's not a lot of time. You cool.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
But it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because you want to watch so you don't want to watch Fridays.
No.
You don't want to watch the trial. You don't want to see who makes it to the semis.
I'll see it.
How many heats you think they're gonna have? About 8?
For what round?
For the first round. About 8, right?
No, because they're gonna pick 3 from each. They're gonna pick 3 from each heat.
I said, how many heats you think they're gonna have initially? 6?
Yeah, 6 the most.
No, I think it's gonna be like 8.
No, they'll have more. They'll have preliminary. The preliminary heats are different from the first round heats. So from the first round, they're gonna take. I think they're gonna take 3.
Bro, we all will be a halfway tree from Friday. Pot cover us.
So
yeah, I can't.
This is the thing. Whoever just wrote that comment, that will be in half a tree, pot cover.
That's Gavin. Gavin said that.
With that being said, that person need to join the live stream, because when I talk about the fact that Jamaicans take track and field way more serious and on a completely different level, people don't believe me. They just think I'm just talking. So with them seeing it firsthand, then maybe their opinions will change.
How many heats they had in Doha? Because somebody told me saying 8 is too much.
No, I'm telling you, they take top 3 from the first round. They'll always have a preliminary round, but like the U.S. athletes and Jamaican athletes don't run in the preliminary round. They just run in
because they have the qualifying time, so they don't really run.
Exactly. So they just run in the first round. But in the first round, they take the top 3 because they need 24 athletes in the semifinals. So that is three semifinal heats.
And that's 8 lanes. So that's
exactly
3 heats.
3 heats, right?
Right.
So if you take six heats and you pull 3 from each heat.
That's still not enough. That's 18.
Well, that means they take the other ones are losers. So like the top.
So you say they're gonna take 4 then? It's 4 from each.
No, it's not 4. It's gonna be the top 3, and then the other ones are gonna be on time. So those ones are gonna get a small queue.
Men prelims is at 4:35, round 1. I'm going up the road to watch.
Well, I'm gonna watch the prelims for the men.
Fine,
I'm not watching the prelims for the women.
I'm watching it all.
I want to watch the prelims for the men for sure, because I want to see what Seville is gonna do. Yeah, call me biased again, but okay.
Yeah, you're biased. That's F.
No.
What's the preliminary round?
I mean, the preliminary round is pretty much. I said I don't want to use the word slow, but it's for the athletes that came in with like a B standard, pretty much. Because you have, from my knowledge, you have A standard and B standard. the American athletes, the Jamaican athletes, a lot of the African athletes, they have an A standard, right? B standard.
Gavin is suggesting that you come live for all the heats, bro.
What?
That's what Gavin said. You need to come live for all the heats.
No, I can't. I can't. I can't.
Who said Seville will be lucky to medal? Uno Wikidi? The man 2 shots for the error.
No, he's not too short. But anyway,
No, I can't.
Gavin, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to go live Saturday because Saturday I'll be at work. So that it's not gonna happen for sure. Unless I'm gonna do a live stream at 11 p.m. in the night.
JJ said, "What do y'all think about that new round thing that losers get to run again? That's a new rule."
I've never heard of that one. That one is
me
new.
neither.
That is new. So now you gave me homework because I'm gonna have to go look that up because I've never heard of that. What Gavin said?
Rep a sausage.
What? What is that?
Rep a sausage.
I have no idea what that is.
It's foolishness. Oh my god.
Yeah. I can't do Saturday at all. I'm being honest. Saturday I'm gonna be at work.
He didn't spell it right. Whatever that say. It's a pushback. What? Yes, only in the distance.
Repro charge.
Right. Yes, the repro charge round. Repro charge means the second chance in French. Right. It's a.
Oh, he spelled it wrong. They get the chance to choose who didn't make it through. No, I've never. Y'all teaching me
when they start doing this.
That.
Is it now being implemented?
That's what I'm saying. It has to be something new, like the call room or.
Somebody said they talking about it for real. But they said it's only events from the 200 to the 1500 meters.
From the 200 to the 15?
Yep. In Paris 2024 Olympic Games will have a however you pronounce that repages round for all individual track repechage events for 200 to 1500 meters.
It is in the hurdles too.
The decision is to change from the standard competitive format and will include hurdle events.
I think they need to leave it as is.
They said it will give more exposure to our sports during the peak Olympic period and will carefully schedule to ensure that every event on our Olympic program retains its share of spotlights. Oh, whatever.
No, I think they should leave everything as it is. Just leave it as it is. All that.
So they said in the first round heat, a certain number of athletes will secure their progress by finishing in the automatic qualifying position, right? But for those who do not finish, there will be a second chance to reach the semifinals with the whatever heats.
They need to just leave everything as is. This is just going to create more confusion. Miguel Foster.
So this new system will replace the formers when the athletes would go through with the fastest time. I don't know why they're doing. I guess
they need to just leave it as it is. This is gonna create confusion.
1-2 Mr. of Jamaica, Kishane, then Seville, second. Noah lucky if he even get bronze
themselves and the fastest qualifying. But how does that, Gavin? How does that make?
Yeah, so those people will run a heat for themselves, and then the fastest qualify, right? 4 rounds instead of. But would you be tired?
But isn't it the same thing as the preliminary round? Because if an athlete get to the final that ran in the preliminary round, they ran 4 races because they ran one is the preliminary round, the next one is the first round, then semifinal, then final. That's 4 rounds. So I don't know. I think that's
So the bigger the distance, they won't do it. It's because it will take too much time.
well, we'll see.
So
They
they starting
like
from
train stuff.
Saturday. They starting from Saturday the 3rd. They have the 800-meter that thing, and then they do the men's 1500-meter. And then on Monday the 5th, they're doing the women's 200-meter, the women's 400-meter hurdles, and then the men's 400-meter.
Completely unnecessary.
The people don't get for rerun.
Completely unnecessary.
They're doing it for all events. 400, 110-meter hurdles. Yeah. It seems like they're doing it for most events except for the 3,000 meters because it takes too much time.
Highest distance 1500.
Right. The highest distance is 1500. Correct.
What that now they're doing too much. I'm just interested in the 100 and the 200.
I feel like they're just trying to drag it out for a little
yeah,
longer.
it's this wild card stuff. I think it's just a way to get
It's like
specific athletes in that they want to get in. That's what I think.
It's like Rising Star wild card. They drop out and then you get a second chance. But is that fair though to the person that busted ass the first time around?
Exactly. So we'll see how it goes. But for everybody that has been commenting, I appreciate y'all joining me time and time again. Gavin is always here. The only person that is not here tonight that is typically here is I'm not even gonna say no name because they're gonna say, oh, that's your family member. she's not.
More time qualifiers.
Good morning.
Almost guaranteed to have the fastest athlete more important than me. And realize doesn't matter in 100. God help them in the 200. Both Olympic records of one.
I make sure to put it up on the screen.
And realize doesn't matter in 100. God help them in the 200. So you hit 60. You think Noah Lyles is gonna get a medal in the 100-meter?
That's what he's trying to say. He's saying
Manoa.
once he wins the 100, he's gonna win the 200.
Right. But basically, it's a setup for the next event. I'm not
worried about that right now.
Gavin says like Sharika's slowing down by accident in the 400 the other day. She will get a second chance. That's how it is at time.
All right. So as I said, I'm about to go to bed because I got work in the morning. So
he won't do shit in the 200. Yeah, he has more competition in 200 than the 100.
Where is this comment? Oh, that's what Gavin said.
Gavin said he won't do shit in the 200.
I'm gonna leave y'all finish this convo in the chat or in the comments because I'm getting out of here. Because y'all
are you starting?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
you should have came on maybe earlier.
I couldn't come on any earlier. I was busy. So it's gonna be Gavin insists that I come on Saturday, so it's gonna be late again.
Gavin said when Noah doubles, he never run faster than 1950.
Oh,
y'all think he don't have no competition in the 200 meter? Tobago is gonna wipe him. Hit 60 said he don't got no competition. No one don't have no competition in F200. He got Kung Fu Kenny. Boy.
Kenny gonna give him the blues.
Right. Kenny gonna give him the business. This is the Olympics. it'll. You think it's his time?
Why
He's
everybody
too
just
cocky.
jumping
I
on the
just
bandwagon?
want him to be humble this Olympics. Something needs to humble him.
Benerick is gonna take gold.
Right.
Mark my words.
Y'all see when Kung Fu Kenny turned that corner?
He's gonna be. This is exact. Let me before I even close this out, I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen in the 200. He's gonna be
Tobago, Kenny, and Aaron.
Let me
gonna
address,
ride him exactly.
Let me address hit 60.
Or Arian.
This is what's gonna happen. Kenny's gonna break that turn, right? And Mr. Cocky is gonna think that he's gonna be able to chase him down and pass him. And it's not gonna happen. I promise you he won't catch him.
JJ said he beat Kenny at the line last time. Normally nobody used to beat him.
Again, he's gonna try to catch Kenny, but he won't. He's gonna.
Somebody said Charmaine said if Noah is not in the outer lane, he will not win.
I don't care which lane they put him in. He will not catch Kenny. He will not. Kenny's gonna break that turn before him, and he's gonna run.
That turn before him,
he's not gonna catch him.
He could forget
it. The only reason why he beat Kenny at the Olympic trials was because Kenny tightened up. That was it. No other reason. The last 10 meters, Kenny tightened up. But it's not gonna happen again. I promise you that.
Hit 60 said Noah is holding back. He's in serious.
He's not holding anything back. He's running every single race. How can you be? Hold on. Now you get me started up again when I was planning to close this live stream out. Don't talk about he's holding back. You're getting beat in the 100 and you're holding back. What are you saving it for? I would like to know what he's saving all that energy for. Mm-hmm. Because if he's the king and he wants to be better than Bolt and break Bolt's record, why is he not performing better than he's performing now? Like, don't come over here with that silliness talking about he's holding back. He's not holding back anything. He got beat in Jamaica running 9:83, right? And Seville ran 9:82. He went back again and ran 982 at the 983 at the trials, right? At the US Olympic trials.
His personal best.
What you're saying. And then he went, he was so caught up and running a faster time. He went to the Diamond League. He skipped one Diamond League. You getting me all balled up again. He skipped one Diamond League because he had to focus on his training. He had to get his block start better in order to run a faster time. And he only ran 0.02 of a second faster than his current PR, which was 9.8.
Said, like he said, go live after the 200 and pay your respect.
Go live after. I will go live after the 200, but I'm telling you how it's gonna be. You're just talking because you're a fan. I'm not just a fan. I've been in this sport for over 20 years. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
He ran 9:85 in Jamaica. That's what Marvin says.
Whether he ran, he lost. That's the whole point. And Mr. Hit 60 is trying to say he's holding back. What is he holding back? And why is he holding back if he's
holding back past the line?
I'm trying to figure out why is he holding back?
No, it's
because if the aim is to be better than Bolt, there's no reason to hold back.
200. I've watched sprinters for 50 years. Mind games.
You could watch sprint races for 50 years all you want.
He got competition though in the 200, a lot.
It don't matter how long you've been watching sprint races. You've been watching the races for 50 years. I've been running the races for 20 years. There's a difference. I've been in the sport, not just watching it from the sidelines like a lot of people do.
Definitely. Noah runs all out all the time.
I don't know what he's saying.
In the U.S. trials, he came. Kenny came. third.
And to show you,
He's fighting for silver.
it would be Mr. Hit 60. It would be better if you had said, you know, I'm just a Noah Lyles fan, than to sit up here and just make it seem as if the times that the other athletes are running are not valid, because you have Kishane that is running way faster than Noah Lyles. So
But
why is he holding back?
He's specifically talking about the 200. He's not really talking about the 100.
He just said if he wins the 100, he's not gonna win the 100.
He's not gonna
therefore,
double.
he's not winning the 2.
He's not gonna double though. He's running down people like he's a policeman. He needs to get all his ass raised together.
Mr. Hit 60, I'm gonna be looking for you in the chats again when the 200 is running. Trust me, because it's 12:30. I was supposed to close this live at 12 o'clock. You had me going for another 15-20 minutes.
Okay, this man is obviously a troll. Stop running up your blood pressure. True. I will be here. Trust. All right, Noah's #1 fan. That's fine.
I mean, it's not even.
I hope when he don't win, you come back and you will see.
Cool if he's a fan, because I'm a fan of Seville. But at the end of the day, I can be realistic, because Kishane has a faster time than Seville. I'm saying I want Seville to win, but I have to face the fact that Kishane has a faster time. Like, that's just what it is. But he's saying that this guy is holding back. Like, why is he holding back? I'm trying to figure that part out. I ain't. I'm just gonna.
Always going down.
But guys, I'm gonna leave y'all for right now. Y'all could deal with Mr.
He said the 100 is Kishane to lose. The 200 is non-negotiable. You think so?
I'm a if I keep answering every comment, it's going. This night is not going to
lose. You think Kishane gonna lose that? He worked too hard to be where he at.
He'll lose it, but not to Noah Lyles.
Not to Noah.
Not to Lyles. All right. This is 3 hours. So I'm gonna catch you guys in 3 days. It's your boy Rand here. Eastcoastathletics.
Not all at his stage of the career, you will see.